Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your July 2020 general readings. We are looking at the first half of July from the 1st through the 15th. And this reading is for the earth sign of Taurus, our beautiful bulls. So welcome everyone. I hope that you are all, as I always do, staying safe and well and as mentally balanced as is possible in an unprecedented and crazy year. And thank you, all of you, for all that you have done and continue to do in support of this channel. Liking, sharing, subscribing, donating, just taking the time to tune in and watch. Thank you so much. Every bit of it is welcome and appreciated. So, Taurus, let's take a look at what the first half of July has in store for you. So that's Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising, if your Venus is in Taurus, or if you are cross-watching for a Taurian as well. They're general readings, so they're of course going to resonate a little differently for everyone. If you know all of your signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, watch them all because each one can bring in helpful insight and bits of information to help navigate you through this short period of time. If any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading or information, you can click on the description link below, click on that little arrow where you'll see some info, some contact details, my email address. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be happy to work with you. I do readings full time, it's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent with scheduling your schedule, my schedule, to get readings set up in as timely a fashion as possible. So email me if you're interested. All right, let's move on into this. Taurus, let's see what the first half of July has in store for you. I am using Legacy of the Divine Tarot by artist Cyril Marchetti, of course, my favorite tarot artist. And I will be clarifying if we need to clarify with the Gilded Tarot Royale. Excuse my hoarseness. Yesterday I read pretty much from sun up to sundown. It always makes me sound a little raspy. Okay, Taurus. We begin with some information. The Knight of Swords, rushing in to bring that news, that information, maybe do something about it. The Two of Wands, so what decision to make? Ten of Cups, happy home. Judgment, interesting. From the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords, feeling trapped or bound, and I'm going to take this one right behind that is the Two of Cups. Traditional soulmate, kindred spirit, best friends kind of card. So this looks pretty much relationship related to me. Two of Cups and Ten of Cups, a happy home card. The next two cards that were on the deck is the Eight of Coins and the Five of Coins. So there might be some financial issues going on, some work issues, some financial issues, or financial issues related to work. You know, I know this pandemic and the quarantine has really financially and economically really crushed a lot of people. So it might be, you know, it might be that during this 2-week time period, the first half of July, it might be of course it would be affecting home and family. So the overall energy, general focus of the first half of July, Taurus, is the Eight of Swords, which is a card that represents feeling trapped and helpless and not able to change your environment or your situation. But it is somewhat illusionary because Swords is governed by the element of air, which is mental cerebral energy. So it's about what goes on in our heads, belief systems, ideologies, thoughts, words, truth, communication, learning, you know, everything that goes on up here. So even though you feel trapped, you're not exactly, and you can always make the choice to free yourself from a situation. Everything comes at a cost, of course, but this is a card kind of being your head being its own worst enemy, being trapped by, oh, I can't do what I want to do because fill in the blank. I can't do this because I'm already obligated here. I can't because, whatever, fill in the blank. So, and the accompanying card, I don't know why I felt compelled to put this one with it, but I did. The Two of Cups. Kindred spirits, soulmates, it could be love and romance, or best friends that are turning into something else. Sometimes the Two of Cups can represent a really good friendship or a best friends that begins to evolve into something more romantic, so it might be that for some of you. We do have the Ten of Cups, which is one of the happy home marriage cards, and Judgment is with it, which is usually an opportunity or a second chance. So there might be, an opportunity or a second chance at, a relationship or a happy home energy or marriage, a union or reunion or reconciliation, but for some reason you feel you can't. So here comes the Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands. So here comes an offer or an opportunity. Information being brought in, offer and opportunity, and it's right next to the Ten of Cups, so it might be, and there's a decision that needs to be made because of it. So there's a lot of you watching, so the details and specifics, of course, are always going to vary, but the energy fundamentally remains the same. There's some opportunity or offer that has come in, so you're in a position to have to make, a decision. You could always reverse this energy. It could be you extending the offer. But typically, I read for what's coming in. So there's an offer or opportunity coming in. Therefore, there's a choice that needs to be made. Now, that Knight of Swords, who's bringing in the offer or opportunity, rushing right in there, it's next to the Ten of Cups, which is the happy home, marriage, childbirth card. And Judgment is with the Ten of Cups, which is often called the second chance card. Because Judgment, what does it mean to be judged? You have an opportunity to stand up and speak for yourself. About what? Well, something that you've done or something that's been implied before. You might be able to change it or change your mind. So Judgment usually represents an opportunity, and it might be a second chance at something. But typically the energy of Judgment is final, meaning that what you choose, what you say, what you do, what you choose, whatever you set in motion or don't set in motion, you're not going to be able to change that. And if it's an opportunity coming around for the second time, if you say yes, it'll take your life in this direction. But if you say no, it will probably not come around again. But for some reason, and because we have the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups, it might be, maybe somebody's proposing, maybe somebody's coming back from the past. It might be an opportunity in work and career, and you feel you can't take it because of a home and family or relationship situation. It might be that there's been a relationship opportunity coming in, or some kind of love or romantic offer or opportunity coming in, maybe for the second time, and maybe you're already attached now, and so you feel you can't. Ultimately, there's an offer or opportunity coming in. We can see that much. The decision needs to be made. It looks like it could have a very profound effect on your home and family life, white picket fence life, whatever that is. But for some reason, you feel trapped, or like you can't. So, let's clarify. Let's clarify that Eight of Swords. Why? What is it that you feel trapped by? And the Eight of Swords usually implies that it's some kind of thought or a negative message or some excuse or reason that you're giving yourself. I can't do it because, whatever. I can't because I'm on this career path. I can't because, I don't want to risk my home and family to follow this career path or take this risk. Or I can't live this love and romance because I'm already involved, or because, whatever is the reason is that you feel you can't, you feel stuck with this offer opportunity. It's like you want to, but then you can't. The Four of Pentacles, maybe because of money. Why do you feel trapped? We have the Four of Pentacles, which is sometimes called the Miser card. It's a card of needing to be very careful with what you have, whether it's money or material stuff or even emotions, because this can represent being very guarded and protective. Pentacles is earth energy, so it's about what makes us feel safe and solid in our physical material life and structure, our physical self. So it's a card about holding on to what you have because it makes you feel safe. It can be a card of, not having enough money. I mean, maybe there's, it could be an investment opportunity that's coming in too, and you feel trapped because you don't think you have enough money. Maybe you want, maybe it's love and romance, happy home for some of you. There's an opportunity, but you don't feel you can because of financial reasons, or you can't support it. I mean, the Ten of Cups can sometimes represent the actual property of home. Maybe there's an opportunity to buy a home or invest in a home or some piece of property or something like that, and you want to, but you sort of feel like you can't because you don't think you have enough money. Well, let's pull some advice and guidance for you. We'll end with that. I mean, it's a short period of time too. It's just the first 2 weeks of July. So this looks like a situation that's just going to kind of play out for a little bit. So let's see what Spirit tells us in terms of what's the best, any action steps for Taurus, or what to focus on, how best to navigate through this period of time around this situation. What should Taurus do or focus on? The Six of Cups, the High Priestess. The Six of Cups can also be a card of home and family, roots of origin, childhood, and the High Priestess, which is a card of trusting your intuition, trusting your connection to God, Spirit, your angels, and guide, trusting that, I call it intuition, some people call it gut instinct or higher self. It implies that underneath all the confusion or the I can't because of this, there's something pulling you, something compelling you, something, pulling you forward. So it's about following your intuition and your instinct. And there is kind of an indication here of what might be best for you and your home and family environment, whatever that is for you, and making the choice based on that, on what would be best there. So, Taurus, that pretty much wraps up your reading for the first half of July. I hope that it helps you in some way. At least it's not confusing for those of you for whom I'm reading for. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks, Taurus, for the July mid-month readings. Until then, stay safe and well, and I hope to see you back here again soon.